you need to know about who your friends are and, what you should be doing before you get involved. Because you're going to get in there, they're going to just... How many stories do you hear about artists going broke and, just...
Every day.
Every day. But all these kids want to be superstars, but they don't realize...
They just want to entertain.
Yeah.
Right now.
Lil Wayne, he ain't got no money. Everything's leased. All the truth comes out. Yeah. Or you don't make your concert, you're getting sued by the promoter. Yeah. So these guys are broke. Like Johnny Gill. When Bobby Brown was on that New Edition, that comeback tour, Johnny Gill made every event that he was signed to do. But because Bobby Brown wasn't there and so-and-so missed a couple of dates and whatever, he's getting sued because he's part of the group. And he's like, I couldn't understand it. I'm getting sued, but I was there at every venue. And he ended up giving up millions of dollars because they wanted New Edition, and he's part of New Edition. Bobby didn't show up. So if he's yeah, exactly. So email me if you can't remember, but that's a book by Kashif, and it's like an industry standard. So if he wants to know what's going on, tell him to get that book. I read it. It's eye-opening. It's eye-opening. But like I said, $13 that's a small investment, man. That's a nice little hustle. But check out the Badlands when you get a chance. When you leave over here, check out the Badlands and stuff like that, and you're going to see why this is not a good idea. Now, if he puts it over here, because he can buy all those homes over there. I don't know why he doesn't want to do it, whatever, but you have a water problem. But you got the interstate. Now, what's this between the 60 and the 215?
Well, just looking at it as far as the building, from the general contractor standpoint, you got to invest more,
Right, well, the 60 is state-controlled. This is federal. So that means any money that we're putting in as individual people, it's less because it's the nation. The 60 freeway, that's California. My taxes are going to go up. They don't want to expand it. Put it on the interstate. That way it's federal. Federal money. It just makes sense to put it over here. And then
you're saying the 60 is not federal?
No, that's a state highway. Federal highways are always red, white, and blue. The signs, they're always red, white, and blue. Interstate is always green. That's why the 60 is 60. That's not a federal highway. That's a state highway. That's why the state says we ain't got no money for that. The state's barely making ends meet. So how are they going to expand that for this one developer? How are you going to do that? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't think about that stuff. You got to look at the whole picture. And like I said, when I was in the Air Force, I was an airport manager, and an airport operates like a city. So I was always used to seeing all the budgets and the accounting and the engineers and people like you, contractors that come and say, hey, this is how we're going to do it. This is the materials we're using, blah, 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 blah. Ever wonder why a runway is never, you don't ever see potholes in runways? Well, yeah, to tear up the plane, but the materials they use is high grade, so they don't have to keep going over there every 5 or 10, years. Every time they grade out there, because of the inferior materials. So who's getting ripped off? The taxpayer. Because look, I'm a councilman. My man over here, a friend of mine, he's a contractor. I'm gonna let him get that contract. You get the $1.3 million. So you as a businessman, what are you gonna do? The bare minimum.
Yeah, you gotta. As long as it pass code.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
If you want that right now, it's gonna
cost you a little bit more. You want
a little bit more.
Right.
You'll just be getting what you paid for the first time.
Exactly. But you got that contract, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Respect.
So, but that's how I tell people it's going to be what it's going to be. But all this hollering and screaming about jobs and stuff, if you really wanted a job, you'd be, like you said, you'd be working right now.
Yeah, I see it. I definitely do. I even look at some kids and I'm like,
man, these kids ain't working, man. They ain't.
I tell my son,
gimme, daddy.
This is what I said. I said, son, I got a Chevy 2500. Let my sister-in-law drive it. She messed up the truck.
Yeah.
I said, son, I'm fixing your truck this weekend for your birthday.
Right.
But after I fix it, you got to pay to get your emission. You got to pay for your tag, and you got to keep your
insurance up. Right.
And gas.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, that's just like that's
life.
Well, I can't get my license until the 24th, so I ain't worried about it right now.
I would have put my foot and cracked it off real quick. But was your son born here in California?
No,
he's from Georgia.
No,
yeah.
rigorous hard.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
with me, I used to live in the middle of 500 acres.
Right.
My son used to pull the trash can.
Yards.
All my driveway was a mile and a half long.
Right.
So you had to pull that down the driveway. I had a contract with Cox Communications and Cable, so I took him out there when he was working. Right. You know, pouring concrete. He knows
how to do all that stuff.
He knows how to do it, but since he
got here,
you know,
the girls.
Yeah, we live in now a little gated community yard. I cut my own grass.
I cut my grass. I like doing that too.
And I just tell him just to weed eat, and it's like I'm back breaking. Really, dog? Weed eat and clean weed.
Right.
That's it?
Yeah. My son does. My son does all the yard work at his mom's house, all of it. And and his friends are like, well, they get allowance. I said, well, that's good for them, but you're gonna work for everything you got.
Okay.
I said, that's how life is.
Now with my son, his mom passed.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Well, actually, both my oldest boys. It's easy to talk to strangers.
Yeah, of course.
You know, with my oldest son, his mom used to work for Blue Cross Blue Shield, so he had a nice nest egg. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the insurance. His mom and his sister
took care of that. Yeah, took care of that.
And but he kind of leaned on to, where it's easier at his mom's people.
Yeah.
And they ran through a lot of his money.
Oh yeah, of course. Come on, you know how that is. You know that.
I mean, it didn't allow him to make. Because with me, I tell him, you don't need no new car. He's 19. He's been through 2 Chargers, an Infiniti, a BMW.
And then when it's all said and done,
he ain't got nothing. Now he's saying he want to go into the military. But they was trying to talk him into selling his mom's condo. I mean, I understand because his mom was murdered in the house. And, it kind of have bad feelings that my son don't sell it, rent it out. Right. Lease it out or do something, Make a money-generating thing. Exactly.
But,
and, I'm trying to get at him to point him in the right direction. But now, one thing is coming through, he's going to the military. Yeah. Finally, after messing up. Well, he messed up,
but still.
Hopping around from Savannah State to West Georgia.
Right.
He just kind of lost a lot of money. And
a lot of money and time. Yeah. And that's the thing. So I went right in 2 days after I graduated high school. I was in the military. I retired when I was 42. And I did 24 years in the military.
Yeah. And like my son now, my parents, I blame them. Because when his mom passed, her dad, he wasn't a lot of money. Yeah. Because I was only 18. We were 18 when the accident happened. Yeah. And their grandfather said he was investing it into savings or something, or bonds, or mutual funds. And it's no longer there. But my parents were telling him, when you turn 18, you're going to have
it'll be there, a big nice egg, and there was nothing there.
Now he's looking for it, and I'm telling him, son, you can't do that. And I'm mad at my parents because they told him. Of course. You can't miss what you never had. But you can miss what you've been looking
forward to. Absolutely. Like I said, my son, same thing. He knows there's something there, but I told him, you ain't getting nothing. It's already in his head. Yeah. Don't wait for Dad to die so you can get the house, or I'm not leaving you nothing. So he doesn't expect anything. Just like my parents did me. We ain't leaving you nothing. So I don't expect nothing. And if people want to do for their kids, and that's a lot of my friends, a lot of their kids, they have that expectation like, well, I'll just wait. What you waiting for?
He waited for his license. I mean, I'm telling him, I said, look, son, go and go to the driving school.
Right.
Get your license so you can be doing it. I know when I was 15, I got my learning.
Right, everything. Right. You're getting into the car, know how to change the oil, and do the little things you got to do? No, not these kids, man.
Don't wait till I was 18. And now he's 18. He just got his learning license, but he know how to drive.
Right.
Country
club, yeah. You got all that land to drive on. Ain't no problem. But these kids are a different thing, and that's why I keep trying to tell people our age, you can't make plans for your grandchildren. If we're having trouble with our kids working now, what do you think the grandkids are going to be doing?